Okay, to everyone, it's your humble servant, Gildas Mufo. I'm in my 25th live broadcast. So, welcome to this new live broadcast that I'm organizing this evening. It's a really great privilege for me to join you this evening for another new live broadcast. Now, today we had our meeting with the Cameroon Francophone Send Button leader. I just came back from the meeting and I said that I cannot sleep tonight without shooting a video as far as a good number of things have been on the blog, and I said, let me just try to do one live broadcast activities on the blog. And I fall on the frequently asked that admin had to answer that blog or that article on the blog was full with a lot of information. So I did them with you this evening. And also to say that what that information that each new TBCN need to know, everyone that is not yet well granted information and is not really following the system, you need to really read this blog and try to understand the related articles that are related to this blog. I bet you're going to have a whole lot as far as TBC is concerned and its realities. So, as you're joining me, or those that would join me to watch this video after I'm shooting it, please, this is what you need to focus on. As they're talking about the system and they're talking about making cash flow, and for you to make cash flow, you need to grow the community. So, as you follow me, I will share my screen and we are going to get in person. The equivalence to cash flow is growing the community. So if you focus on this very article and you're going to see the sub-related articles that are related to this very one, you're going to be amazed by the realities that this article is talking about. So as you follow me, I will share my screen and we are going to get in person. I will read it and we will try to explain certain areas of it. Is really marvelous, and some exhibitions need to really have this is the code, this is the cracking code of cash flow in TBC. As many people are asking, how do we catch out, how do we make cash, how do we have cash flow? Guys, start by working the make the community to grow. You need to use the information on the block. Others in making money from $500 to $1,000 a day. You're not making money. Why? The blog also that has come out today, and I will not talk on that blog today, is about the tree that you need to form with every exhibition in order to be involved to really make amount of cash flow. So I'll go directly to the article. And to my French community, je vais chercher le temps pour faire notre live broadcast comme celui-ci avec cet article en français, parce que cet article est tellement puissant, il est tellement important. Chaque exhibition, partie du blog. Donc, cet article dans passe tous les autres articles. Donc, vous allez suivre aujourd'hui le each and every episode you have of that are very, very rampant and very, very. And this question you will success outside of the TBC family that answers the yourself you need to answer. So why asking a question in TBC, you permit you to understand that the probably asked in TBC, the answers are it is also the answers of as one first question. The first, do I become tune that most people are asking to become a broadcaster? There are a lot of video, and me and say, yeah, is a video YouTube. So if you want to do a broadcast on YouTube, just go directly to this link. I'll click the link and you where you to this question. Now, this is the video. Here is the video. 3 ways to do a TBC broadcast. This video is going to lead you through to all what you do a live broadcast. I shared this video in one of my live and explain the simplicity making a live broadcast for the new me, those who have no idea the last the admin goes on with this search. You can also search, you log in to your of and click on send button at the menu and select tomorrow's click on blue grab and in the short form to go to this and try to have possibility to do this that will permit you to have a live broadcast on at the right moment. Now, to say this, you are encouraged to watch the others that are broadcasting live, and you can request from them some assistance and hand holding from them to help you learn how to start your TBC broadcast. So, if you're new in TBC, you're new in broadcasting, you need to go to the live broadcast. What I'm sharing to most people these days is the faith in the live broadcast of others. You that you're just starting a live broadcast, go to the live, participate, understand, ask questions in order to admin and make your live broadcast to be up to date. The first broadcast is always the hardest, but it gets easier after that is done. To maintain your broadcaster status, at least one broadcast a week and view at least one send button meeting a week in the correct keywords to stay qualified for broadcaster rewards. You're not only doing a live broadcast, but you're being live broadcast. Is that not marvelous, guys? It's so marvelous, so interesting. As I'm talking like this, at the end of presenting this live broadcast, admin is going to reward me. And when I finish of my live broadcast, like I explained in the one yesterday, I go to my Kringle back office. I look for broadcaster rewards and I press it in for the admin to pay my reward for my live broadcast. So that is the global answer, or those are the details. Quite remember, I said this topic was what? Summary of the answered question. So this is the summary. So those are the details. For the question, how do we become a live broadcaster? Go to the blog, you type how to do a live broadcast, 3 ways to do a live broadcast. You have a video that will explain that to you. And after doing that, don't forget to press the link of your video in the KCBO in order to benefit from the Kringles that has been set aside by by the admin for you broadcast. And not forgetting, if you're new in live broadcasting, go to other live broadcasts, participate, and make them to handhold you or hold you to train you how to do a live broadcast. Guys, TBC is all about duplicating. We are inventing nothing, and you are inventing nothing, and you're bringing nothing to TBC. So you need just to follow what has been set in place for you to. The second question that has to do with summary answers of frequently asked questions is, what is my TBCO? What is my TBC slash USD amount not gaining interest or increasing in value? So why is my TBC not increasing in value? What not to be increasing in value? And main answer is saying this: the number of TBC Kringles coins only goes up when you either make a purchase of coins or you redeem cookies. Let me try to highlight it small further. Yeah, the number of TBC Kringle coins only goes up when you either make a purchase of coins or you redeem cookies received during a redemption period. And the next month, that redemption is available month of November 2018. You didn't earn interest, and TBC is not an investment vehicle. The value of TBC goes up by 1 grain of gold each time a new paid member joins. See the formula for details. Meaning that if you want to see the formula of how TBC increase, TBC increased by grains of gold, and increased by grains of gold for people that has subscribed to TBC, paid register members of TBC. The current price has slammed onto this, and here is an article that explains that we are no longer increasing by 1 to 5% daily. That is showing that we are no more increasing by 1% to 5% daily. It means you to understand that the has slammed the ultimate price. Now we go on. Recently, the price of gold has been falling against the major such as the US dollars and the euro, and our current price chart is in euros. See gold charts here. So they send you a link where you can see gold charts as how the prices of gold is evolving in the market. The value of TBC only goes up until it reaches a billion grains of gold per TBC coin. See the max value calculator here after you have logged into the KCBO, and from there you value of the TBC coin. So, and many is trying to tell you here that what the TBC coin is no more functioning as before according to the program, the software that was programmed for TBC. But now, since we changed along the way the valuation of TBC in terms of euro and US dollars, that the values were falling a lot, TBC now is being terms of gold, meaning that what every new member brings grain of gold. So TBC is no more growing from 1 to 5% daily, but TBC is growing by 1 grain of gold with a new registered and paid member. Registered paid member is registered, and that member has paid his admin fee for the wallet that he is to use in TBC. Okay, that is the summary of the answer for question. Now we go to question three. Frequently asked question three is, what? Why has growth in value of TBC stopped? Why has TBC stopped growing in value? This is question three, and me answer this question through this: the growth in TBC value not stopped because the value on the number of paid members. I said it. The value of TBC is in grains of gold. The number of paid members, number has increased every day. But we measure that value in grains of gold, and as I said above, the price of gold has been going down a little bit recently. That is why the significant growth of the new members that are entering TBC is not being viewed, saying that the number of people in TBC is fixed, it has not been changing. Meanwhile, we're enrolling people and they are paid members. So has been dropping these days. That is why the value is still static at at the value of gold would take its upward train and everything would be in line. You're going to see that implication the registered members of TBC. So that is the summary answer to that question. TBC is increasing every day. The value of TBC has not stopped increasing. To that question, you cannot more ask it. Now we go to question 4. Question 4 is all about how do I enter the word of the day for the cookies reward. Now, what are cookies reward? They are promotions that the TBC admin has launched, just like the broadcasters promotion, the special promotion for 500% for a sale of TBC. So cookies are that you have from doing a broadcast or attending a send button meeting. Then a send button meeting, you certain number of cookies, of which those cookies for a send button meeting, to gain those cookies, you need to enter the word of the meeting behind your Kringle back office at where you attended the meeting. And you should not forget that meetings are organized now in languages. There is the French send button meeting, there is the English send button meeting, there is a Hindu send button meeting, and many other languages are coming up very soon. So when you watch a meeting, the next thing you do is place the Kringle back office from cookies. And guys, those who are broadcasters, their multiply by 1,000. Meaning that what? Somebody, if 100 cookies to attended a send button meeting, a broadcaster will multiply 100 by 1,000, meaning that he is going to have 100,000 cookies that will be redeemed in November TBC. So the answer that admin gives here that arise in words. Let's just read it rapidly. You need to go to the send button meeting of the Kringle cashback office in your language, and then either watch a meeting live or view a rebroadcast. Towards the end of the meeting, the host will hold up the keyword to enter into the form in that section of the Kringle back office. Be careful. You may have been timed out in your session, and the best thing to do after collecting is to log out and then log in again into the Kringle back office before entering the keywords. That's the best way. So always do that before entering the keywords so that you get viewing and receive the cookies word for it. Always log out and log in again entering the word. So you get the questions how you need to do it. Some guys just take the word when they have opened their Kringle cache, they have allowed it because that is where we get the link in order to view the live broadcast. But of which the time out has already gone when they put the word and you cannot put the word twice. So what you should do is you come out and you re-enter freshly and you put the word boom. You benefit from the cookies. Let's go on to question 5. Is all about what? Question 5 is all about how can I cash into or trade for currency or Bitcoin. This question nearly everybody asks. Both the former TBCians and those who have not really catched the concept of TBC are asking this. And when I read this blog and I read the related blogs to this blog, I was amazed from the information that admin has put in through in this blog. This blog will go down in history as well as educative website of knowledge. Now, on reading this the answer to this question, I want us to relate ourselves to the different links that are related to this very answer, and we examine them and read them together. You get information that you're supposed not to be even asking this question. It's just because and me know that you're not well informed, you do not really understand what it's all about, or you have not been well cultured at the realities of TBC and why you're asking such a question. Now let's try to look at this question. I may start by saying, if you are asking this question, you clearly don't understand the difference between this coin like peer-to-peer coin like TBC Kringles. Now, there is a difference that I want to first of all make here. The difference between a market-based coin and a peer-to-peer coin. The market-based coin is a coin that is backed by a central bank. market-based coin. A market-based coin is a coin that the value is determined by the forces of demand and supply in the currency market that day. That is the number of people that are demanding the coin and the number of people that are ready to sell the coin permit to have it determined TBC to pair currency, meaning that what TBC deal with PPC with the blogs that we're going to follow that what are the most important thing as far as life is concerned, and that is why TBC is there for each and everyone. And Amin goes further to say we are in the distribution phase of TBC this time, and we get to members. So admin is trying to tell us that what we are a peer-to-peer, meaning that sending from one person to another, sending from one TBC account to another. Our money does not have anything to do with the cryptocurrency market. So we are sending TBC from other. So we are still going on to attain a billion paid verified member, not a billion registered members. So we are still in between those two. And then now, if we want to understand that, let's take the first layer that the administrator set aside for us and get what this first taking us to somewhere. It's taking us to this article. This article which was what on 8 May 2008. The article was builders have the right expectation about TBC. Builders, quite remember the other day we made a video cast about Kringlers and TBCians. That we made here, builders are those who are TBC who are standing forth to make the community to grow. Of the apple tree, what I mean want to understand by builders have expectation about TBC. Now we go the it goes this is what a young apple tree looks like. Notice that it does bear fruit, but no one would expect a young apple tree to bear a lot of fruit, right? No one will expect an apple tree to bear a lot of fruit, right? TBC means that TBC is also young, but we are well past the who took the largest risks. In 2016, TBC went from just being an idea in the mind of one person to be a proven. Reports of goods and services being traded for TBC happened as early as 2016 within our first 6 months of existence. A large portion of the TBC trades today are also for goods and services and not just exchange of TBC for fiat. So, anyone saying TBC is what refuse to look at the fact that it doesn't hold its current price peer-to-peer basis. Only a person talking out of their mind TBC is worthless to. TBC is clearly bearing fruit today. Like this young apple tree and purchases made using TBC daily now. This young apple tree, TBC is not widely accepted everywhere yet. It's not widely accepted everywhere yet. Builders know this is true. They know that spending TBC is not effortless yet. What should they do? They should keep on building the community. And me continue with this blog by saying this. I really want us to read all this because guys, things that you need to really hold them in order to stay up with the information on the blog. It amazed me that many of the known builders of TBC expect TBC to look more like this matured apple tree. The same seems to think TBC should all be effortless like this. It should all be effortless. Some of these known builders of TBC are very vocal about their expectation of TBC today. On the one hand, they want TBC to save their lives, and on the other hand, they are busy making a lot of negative noise about how they are not getting what they expect out of TBC on Facebook. Don't the negativity just increases the effort required to access TBC? If they spend the same amount of time and effort being TBC, they will furious. TBC, as promised, has just open your wallet and look at see what 100% of the people that spend $110 in this TBC opportunity are worthy today in TBC. 100% of them have more worth in all the other assets they have combined together. A, a while back article about how different the perspective their TBC wallet balance. If you go to of your TBC balance and the concept and the philosophy of understand a whole lot, guy. I really read this video. I really say, wow, what a mind blowing thing. Why have I not really taken time to go into this blog and immerse myself into the in-depth knowledge of TBC, the way it is being coded and well presented here? This under the value of your TBC in your wallet. And not going today into TBC and people are entering today, they have not come to understand this because this is what we are telling everybody every day that what the greatest thing you can see and for yourself is to amass and have the philosophy of TBC. Stand for abundance. See abundance. Shun the scarcity which has corrupt the minds of everybody, and stand for the abundance which all is about your decision. It's not in my position. So everything is all about the internal decision you stand for the truth. And what do you stand for, guys? TBC. TBC makes it go for me. TBC do it for me. TBC works for me. So that is what we share out as far as this blog is concerned. So why would let me try to see? Yeah, I think this the article is saying. Let me try to see. Yeah, I think this the article is saying. Let's try to look in this article is that all of us should read this, and it's really going to be mind blowing. Some people are just in the TBC community, they have not have the and the of information that the admin has put it. Now, see what this article is concerned. Admin said, is it interesting how different members of the TBC community wallet balance? People balance differently. Not everyone share the same point of Brian Dak in the video above. Some members are filled with huge sensation of disappointment and frustration when they see the fiat value of millions or billions inside their wallet. The scarcity mindset, catch it, guys. The scarcity mindset is spread mental and spiritual that most people on earth have been infected with all of their lives. Not three-quarter of their lives, not two-thirds of their life, whole of their life. They have infected by the scarcity which is well spread spiritual illness of their lives. That is one of our biggest the TBC community, leaders in the TBC communities, guys. Even up to this very date, the symptoms of shows up in fear, anxiety, depression, sluggishness, and anger. So why if wallet balance shown in TBC today? A cure for this illness? Well, some would believe that if wallet balance shown in TBC would be a perfect solution in the future once TBC becomes widely accepted. for all goods and services. That would be wrong too. That is not the cure. Which illness? Scarcity mindset. Nothing external could be considered a scarcity mindset. Nothing external, nothing apart from out of you could be considered as the cure of what? Scarcity mindset. The an individual, not in something outside. The thing outside of the individual. All beat the individual. The belief itself of scarcity creates the illness and its symptoms. The belief of scarcity creates in symptoms the illness. The cure, likewise, is also a belief in that abundant truth. The cure, likewise, also a belief that abundance is the truth. So the cure is what? Believing in that abundance, which is truth. Some of our TBC members have a dichotomy. Dichotomy is the human ability to hold or more opposing beliefs, and it creates a open-mindedness is altogether another mental illness. Application of the cure for both of these diseases requires self-administration of reflection towards a desire to know truth until on even at a subconscious level the or decides to embrace. So the application of the cure for both of these diseases, the disease of what? Dichotomy, to double-minded. That is the application of the cure for both of these diseases requires self-administration of thoughtful reflection toward a desire if the individual decide to embrace the belief in abundance. It cuts off all other parts of thinking and resolve all dichotomies. That is the cure. Decision heals. Decisions are made internally. So, as you can see, the cure is internal, and not such as a massive wallet balance can cure an individual of his you can expect violent opposition outside of oneself when you start to take steps toward the cure of a scarcity mindset. From others unwilling to admit they too disease, they will can you delusionary for believing in abundance. So, once you have a massive wallet balance in your TBC wallet, examine your feelings carefully and reflect on those feelings thoughtfully. Examine carefully and reflect on those feelings thoughtfully. Are you showing any of the symptoms? Is it a really good if you have the disease or not? Then you would have to decide if you do have some or all of these symptoms. The decision to make a conscious decision on this particular matter will lead the path of recovery if that is really what you want. Slothfulness, that is refusing to work, laziness is the that will stop you from being cured. Cured from what? From a economy mentality, which is given from what? Which is the illness and mentality. That is desire towards improving one's self-image. You really so what is there that the abundance belief bring into human? You really should care about image. If you don't care about you, why would you expect anyone else to care about you? If you cannot first care about you, make decision to see abundance as a truth, why will other people care about you, guys? The blog is full of all kinds of evidence that the value of TBC holds water. It is being accepted at all of people all over the world. and the community comes together in unification to overcome outside obstacles within our path towards maturity, it will and easier to say me too. So, but we are just an icon today, and some people icons become mighty oaks once they fully. So I will cut this article from here. We have catch what I really want us all to catch, which is that need to be overdue or re-examined by the belief of abundance, and which is an individual decision. And that individual decision is taken from what? Improving your self-image, improving what you were meant to be. Don't listen to the information that you have potentials, you have elements that this is what admin is trying to tell in order to continue from there. So please read where we are just coming from. You should read it. It can strengthen our towards TBC. This article is meant to be a tool that the builders can use when they come across someone with the wrong about TBC today. Get those people to read these articles. TBC builders have every intention of